Okay. We are live today, Friday. Let me turn down the music. Man, I love this rocky music. But I must be careful because YouTube can shut my down. YouTube can shut my down. They can shut me down. Anyways, welcome to tonight's episode. Once again, this is your host, Soldier of Self-Mastery, Santos Rolon Jr. I'm coming to you live out of my, well, it's not a studio audience here, but I'm coming to you live from my studio here in Stockton, California. Once again, it is Friday. This is episode number 26, my friends. I see we've got a few joinees already. Anyone got reception? Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up there. Sometimes we run into technical difficulties and it happens. I see Laura's on the program. Welcome, Laura. I see Joe's on the program. Welcome, Joe. Thank you. Can you guys hear me tonight? Can you hear me? I don't have my microphone. I have the microphone on my handy dandy webcam here, so I'm hoping I'm coming through. All right, Cosmo, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Hey, I really appreciate you guys coming out on a Friday night. I mean, you could be somewhere else. Really, why are you here? Right? Why am I here? Let's get into this. This is another session. I'm really excited because this is episode number 26. And I'll tell you, my friends, I'm going to keep this program broadcasting as long as possible. We are going to do 30-minute sessions. So time is going to fly by. Obviously, we don't want to be like the watchers standing on the street corner looking up, watching those people throwing their clocks and their watches off the tops of buildings, right? They're trying to find out if time really flies. Well, time does really fly. So it is Friday. I'm glad that you're here. Open your mind. I hope that you brought maybe a notepad, pen. I would really encourage you to take some notes, my friend, because you're a great thinker, okay? You have great thoughts coming into your mind also as I'm sharing, as I'm challenging, as I'm presenting some questions. And so this is your program. This is not just my program. So I thank you from the top, okay? Not from the bottom, from the top of my heart. So a little bit of house cleaning out of the way. The red book is still in process. We're getting ready to de-revised. In fact, I'm going to be reading from the old version here of the red book, but the new one is still being worked on. I thought it would be done by this week. Unfortunately, my manufacturing company isn't pulling through. Hopefully they'll pull through this weekend. So the book will be back out on the shelf next week. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a better book, better material, better copy, better cover also. So that's that. And the other thing that I want to share is we're going to be back out here on Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My friend, if this program is helping you in some way, share it. Invite a friend, okay? I'm not going to ask for donations. I'll let that rest. But if you are being encouraged, I would continually encourage you, my friend, to come back, be here at 4 p.m. and get empowered. You know, that's what this program is all about. And we're going to talk about the power of decision. The power of decision. Now, well, Santos, that sounds like common sense, the power of decision. Yeah. But the good life comes out of a series of good positive reminders, continual positive reminders. Would you agree with that? We need to be continually reminding ourselves of positive information. And sometimes it takes a little bit in order for that information to sink in, my friends. I know that's the case with me. I have to do things over and over sometimes in order for it to sink in order for it to become a positive habit that will override negatives, right? We're talking about the power of decision, my friend. So today's proverb comes from Mr. Olympia. His name is Samir Banat. Benut, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm quoting him. He was referred to as the Lion of Lebanon. Back in 1983, he was Mr. Olympia. You know, I'm into bodybuilding a little bit. Not that I'm a bodybuilder anymore, but he said this in one of his episodes or one of his videos. He said, the higher you climb, the more or the better you can see. I'm going to say that again. The higher you climb. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Better zoom that up. Okay, that was my doctor or the VA. Anyways, the Veterans Administration, their hospital calling me probably for something a project I'm working on. So the higher you climb, the better you can see. And that is the truth. Because the more that you grow, the more that you expand, the more that you are willing to educate yourself, especially when it comes to self-empowerment. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not satisfied where I am today. I'm just not satisfied. I want more. I want to grow. I want to help more people. I want to empower more people. I want to inspire more people. I want people to really give themselves permission to thrive, to dig deep, you know, to get into that seventh reservoir and pull out, pull out the gifts, pull out their presence, pull out all the good stuff, man, that you need in your life today to succeed. My friends, we're going to be in 2019 pretty soon. I don't know how you feel about this. The way I look at it, there's going to be more challenges. There's going to be more people, right? There's going to be more people leaving also. That's the sad thing. But every day, it's like 250,000 people, 250,000 people that die every single day. Imagine that. And that number I might be off a little bit there. 250,000 people every single day pass. They go through that final door that only swings one way, my friends. And we're included in that number, right? We don't know. We don't know when our time is going to be up. And of course, we have more people coming into the world, right? There's babies being born. There's a huge number. I don't know the exact number, but there's a lot of babies being born, coming back. As some go, many come back also. So, but I'm not here to talk about death. The only death, D-E-A-T-H, that I want to talk about is the death to negative thinking, the death to negative addictions, right? The death to braining your train. Because I don't want to do that. I don't want to brain my train. I want to train my brain. How do you guys feel about that? Anybody want to share how the weather is? You want to tell me how your life is? You want to tell me what great thing happened today? What great thing maybe didn't happen today? I'm open, my friends. This is your program. This is your program. So I've gotten through. I want to read something here out of my journal that I'm going to share. If I don't get a question, if I don't get something here soon, I'm going to read something out of my journal. I want to share something with you. But I want to talk about the power of decision. I want to talk to you about the power of decision, because today you made there was choices presented. And even after this program is over, there's going to be more choices presented to you. I know there's been choices presented to many that could have been here tonight. Very humid. Laura says very humid, going down to 69 soon. It's going to start cooling off. Thank you for sharing, Laura. It's going to be cooling down there. So many people are gone, right? They're gone. They're in the casino. They're out of work. They've cashed their check. It's Friday. Or they're somewhere getting loaded. And I'm not talking about getting filled up with money either. They're getting loaded. They're tapping into that vice. They are feeding the coffers somewhere. I share this message around the globe to inspire people to believe in yourself. Right? I've had help. I'm going to continue to give help. I'm going to continue to share my message around the globe. And I'm truly excited every single day because I believe in myself and because I believe in you. I believe in people. I know what you're capable of doing. Daniel, welcome to the episode number 26. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to soldiersofselfmastery.com, I just put my website up there. I didn't put the /6 minutes. That's access to the confidence builder, the courage builder, and a little PDF download. We're talking about the power of decision today, my friends. Again, time is moving along. I've got about, I don't know, another 17, 18 minutes that I'm going to be here. I'm only going to be here 30 minutes. Thank you, Daniel. So once again, I appreciate all of you that are on board tonight. I was trying to get a friend to come on board this session. His name is, oh man. Anyways, he's another YouTuber. He talks about positive feelings and positive thinking and the law of attraction. And he talks about being grateful and being thankful. And he's kind of a happy-go-lucky type smiley person on YouTube. We met some time ago, and I invited him to be on this broadcast, but obviously he didn't respond. He's too busy. People are just doing their thing, so I figure I'm going to do my thing, right? And we can do our thing together here on this program. So I want to read something to you that I wrote down in my journal, another little journal that I have. Since I don't have anybody other than Laura that responded and said it's very humid and it's going down 69 soon. I'm sure probably Daniel in the Big Apple, New York City. It's probably pretty cool there too, I believe. I don't know about Cosmo Lang, but thank you for letting me know that I'm loud and clear. Joe, he says hello. A warm hello, so it's probably warm where you are. Anyways, I want to read something to you. It's all about getting past step one, the decision. Weigh out options, pros and cons, right? Our mind has us so hypnotized that we don't even know whether we're coming or going sometimes. It goes to show you the power of your mind. A mindset of past deposits, upbringing, family, advices, friends, and experiences. You and I are operating on all of this stuff today. We're operating on all of this, right? What was deposited and what is being deposited. And that's what we want. Let me read on before I start preaching here, my friends. And experiences that were unchecked for your years or for many years until Soldier of Self-Mastery stepped in via Google, right? I tell you, I'm unorthodox. I'm a little bit alien. And when I step into people's lives, I'll tell you one thing. I'm not here to try to offend people. I'm not trying to win a popularity contest. Sure, I would want followers. Sure, I want people to comment. Sure, I want people to watch my videos. But I also recognize that there's people out there that are not going to like me. There's people out there that are not going to understand my philosophy. And I'm okay with that. I have to be me, just like you guys have to be you. And that's the kind of people that I want to be associated with, right? I want to be associated with people that are real, people that are themselves. So I kind of shock people a little bit when I step into their circle of influence, my friends. I got a few more people here. Johnny Leba, not in Long Beach, California, always sunny. I know. Hey, I'm in Stockton, California. Thank you for joining us tonight, Johnny. I appreciate the input. I truly do. Laura says, I'd be proud too. Hi to Long Beach. Again, I don't mind interrupting. I'm going to go through with this program. I'm going to do some reading. I'm actually going to read a little bit out of the older version of my red book, right? I'm going to read a little bit. As I said earlier, this book is being revised. It should be on the Amazon shelves, Kindle, and back on my website, hopefully by next week, because My manufacturer's been working. Actually, he or she told me that her computer crashed. I kind of think it may be a little bit BS, but things happen. Okay, I'm very patient with everybody. So John Torres, hello, says, hello, Santos. I've been watching many of your videos for the past month. Sending my best from Boston, Massachusetts. Welcome to the episode. Thank you, John. I appreciate the comment. And by the way, John, I'm from Hartford, Connecticut, and maybe you even know where Willie Mantic is. I don't think anybody on this episode knows where Willie Mantic, Connecticut is, but I'm originally from Hartford. I was born in Puerto Rico, but via my parents, I ended up getting raised in Hartford, Connecticut. So Boston is in the house. Thank you. And I just had to throw that one in there. So, so where do we go from here? Right? You're watching this. I got to ask you guys something. Why are you guys on this episode? Why are you here? Why am I here? Why am I doing this episode every Friday and every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time? Anybody care to share why you're here? I think I know most of you, but if you want to share, hey, I'm going to tell you, and I've said this before, again, the good life, my friends, the good life is going to come out of a series of positive, continual reminders. That is the truth. Remember this, there's always room for improvement within room for improvement. I love this stuff. Life is not easy. Life is not hard. It's doable. And there's always going to be solutions. There will always be solutions within a solution, my friend. These are just comments and statements and phrases that I make, that I've come up with, that I use on myself, talk about in my book, and I just use in conversation because, my friends, I come from a very dark past, as some of you, and I truly hope that you guys are getting the victory. I hope that you guys, we're talking about decision here, right? I chose to be here tonight. I made a decision to be here tonight. I chose this morning to get up and do my rituals. I made a decision, like I do every single day, to do some deep breathing. This morning, I got up and I listened to, I believe it was Genesis chapter 26 out of the King James Bible. I have to do something every single morning, whether it's watch my video or watch somebody else's video, read, or just remind myself of my affirmations, because I'm making my day. And my friends, if you want to live in victory, if you want victory in your life, if you want breakthroughs, fast. These are the types of things that I talk about. These are the types of things that you're going to have to do. And you're very creative. All of you are very smart. You are all very smart. All of you. I don't care how you failed. I don't care who said what to you, or maybe somebody else, or you made yourself feel very foolish. I don't care about any of that. You're all very smart. Every one of you have wisdom. You got to draw it out, right? You got to take that bucket and you got to draw it out. I talk about the seventh reservoir, one of the deepest areas of your mind. Like, it's the subconscious, the seventh reservoir. That's where all your paradigms are. That's where there's a lot of good stuff in there, and there's a lot of bad, right? We don't want to empower our weaknesses. We want to strengthen our power. We want to empower or strengthen our powers, our strengths. And those, through life hacking, positive life hacking, are going to overrule and give you the breakthroughs that you're looking for. I know all of you want more money. You all want more money, I'm sure. Maybe not thousands and thousands upon thousands, but I'm sure that all of you could use more money, right? You want to generate more money. You want to have positive relationships. You want to have positive relationships within your home. You want to be more effective at your job, or if you have a business, you want to be more effective, and you want to leave a legacy through making an impact today. That's what you all want. That's what we're all looking for. right? You buy the new car, you buy the bigger house, you get a nice paycheck. Oh, that's great and dandy, but those are materialistic things. But when you leave a legacy, when you are planting seeds every single day, when you're making decisions, I'm preaching now, man, I'll tell you, it makes a difference, not only in your life, not only in your own life. When you make a decision and say, you know what, the hell with gambling. Yeah, I'm being tempted right now, but I ain't going. I'm going to fight this thing. You know what? I'm going to put this thing, whatever. Maybe it's alcohol, maybe it's cigarettes, maybe it's pornography. Hopefully you guys are not into that stuff. I've been there, my friends. I'm not ashamed to say it. I've been there. I've battled. I still battle every single day. But guess what? Most of those negative addictions are under my feet where they belong. Why? Because I make a decision to work at it every single day, my friends. And you guys can do the same thing. Man, I stopped reading. I'm going to read a little bit more, and then I'm going to read in my red book. But let me see what you guys got going on here. I'm here to help myself, Laura Swihart shares. Thank you. I'm here. You know why I'm here? Primarily, I'm here for you guys. I'm here to help you guys get the breakthroughs that you're looking for. And I believe every episode you guys are getting something out of it if you apply something. If, got to have that if factor. I'm believing for breakthroughs. I'm believing for victories. I'm believing for change the lives. I'm believing for, you know, these lies that we've been believing so long. And some of it is not even your fault. You're believing lies. You are believing lies today. Some of it is not even your fault, my friends. Those are deposits that were put inside of you a long time ago by somebody else. It was beyond your control. But I'll tell you what's in your control today. The decisions that you're making from today forward. So, James March, welcome to the episode. Thank you for being here on this Friday. I wish I could get away from it, but also another way to make that money. Well, I don't know exactly what you're talking about there, James, but I'll tell you this much. If you're gambling in some form, it's going to bite you. It's going to bite you if you, I mean, some people can control it, right? I'm not an advocate of gambling or any of those, the scratchers, the lottery tickets, the bookies, the horses, the dogs. I don't know. Maybe people even bet on the pit bulls. Yeah, they gamble over pit bulls tearing each other's throats out. And then the cockfights. You know, they want to see blood. Well, I'll tell you what, the casinos, the software, the spirit that's behind those machines, they want to see blood too, in the form of money, because that's what they're doing, right? And of course, if we don't make the decision, if we allow it to go on, the battle needs to be won here. The battle needs to be won here. You win the battle every morning. You win the battle every single night before you go to bed. You prepare for the day. I mean, imagine going to work. Imagine raising a family. Imagine getting in a vehicle and trying to go for a drive, a trip where, you know, it's 2 hours, 3 hours, and you have no idea where you're going. You're operating on confusion. You're operating on bad paradigms, right? Like a GPS. A GPS operates on a map. If that map isn't calibrated, it throws you off. We have a mental GPS. It's called the subconscious. It's called the mind. There's different names to the brain. Some people call it the frontal cortex, the hippocampus in the back. I call it the hippopotamus. There's different, the left sphere of the brain, the right side sphere. Now, I'm not a scientific doctor when it comes to the brain, but I have studied the brain and how it operates. And I'll tell you, your brain is a phenomenal organism. Phenomenal. Beyond phenomenal. So, James wants to stay away. And my friend, you can. You can stay away. Here we are coming to the last few minutes of this episode, and I wanted to read a little bit from the book. I'm going to keep it just a few minutes longer. Laura says, I live by a bunch of casinos. I'm trying to stay away. I'm definitely doing much better. I had a slip Tuesday, but I forgot it. Trying again. Let me share something with you, Laura. That word trying, I'm not here to put anybody on the spot, my friends, and I don't believe in sugarcoating. I believe in telling people the truth. You guys all have the ability to escape this trap that is being presented to you because you don't live in the casino. You don't live. So even just changing a few words from your self-talk, from your vocabulary, can make the difference between winning and losing. Trying. Okay, I understand. And we're all trying to a certain degree, but we got to change that to I'm going to. I am. And the reason why we are afraid to make that decision, we're talking about decision, is because your brain plays games with you, my friend. Right? We're so used to our language. We're so used to talking a certain way that when, for instance, you're listening to me talking to you about different philosophies and different things. I wasn't like this. Well, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I wasn't like the way that I am today. I didn't speak this way. But I started learning about positive self-talk. I started learning about visualization. I started learning about mind hacking, about life hacking, positive. And I began to just say, you know what? I'm going all in. I'm going to do it, man. I didn't feel it. Right? I didn't, in fact, I was afraid because, I'm going to change the way I talk. When I get around people, they're going to think, this and the other thing. And then finally I said, you know what, the heck with people, man. This is my life. This is my life. If I'm going to break through, I got to do whatever it is that I need to do. And if I got to change the way I talk, if I got to start saying, you know what, Santos, you are going to do this. Santos, you are going to do the other thing. And if I got to continually say that and talk that way to myself, over and over and over and over and over and over until it begins to sink into my subconscious, and so be it. And that's when I began to experience breakthroughs in my life. I literally would get in front of the mirror and talk to myself. I would talk to my brain and say, brain, and I still do this, brain, you are not in control. I'm looking at myself through the lens here. Brain, you are not in control. I am in control. Well, Santos, does that really work? Heck, yes, if you continue to do it. Have you ever heard this before? I'm sure you have. If you tell yourself a lie, you'll end up believing it. If you tell yourself a lie after so many times, have you ever met people that lie all the time? I'm sure you have. I have a particular family member that's in prison right now. Man, it's like whenever this individual came around and shared her stories, she almost had me believing them. And I know there were lies because eventually she'd be found out. Well, she just got out of prison, 10 years, happens to be a very close family member of mine. 10 years and 8 to 9 years in prison, it's female. And she went back in for another 4 or 5 years. Part of it was for her lying. I'm telling you, your mouth, the way you talk to yourself is extremely powerful. You have to be very careful with it. You have to be extremely careful the way we talk to our children, our grandchildren. And believe me, I sometimes I catch myself talking to my spouse and my children are all grown up. They finally left the house, so I'm all by myself now. Praise the Lord. But I hope for the best. I hope the best for my children. I hope the best. One of them is a U.S. Marine, and the rest of them are all gone. But one of them is a U.S. Marine, and the other ones are working. My daughter at 19, she just left the home, and she's got to make it out there. So, wow, I've gone overboard here a few minutes. So I'm getting there. It's ridiculous, and I really don't like losing money, ripped off, miserable. Well, Laura, I tell you, once you start pounding on that table, that spiritual, invisible table, and you start pounding on it and yelling at yourself, and taking full control, making a decision. In fact, that's what I wanted to share, that it's really about a lot of people. We don't realize we make decisions all the time. In fact, I'm going to read a little bit out of the red book before I close here. You know, whenever you feel inspired, whenever you feel motivated, that's the time to make that decision, because that's kind of the fine line, right? That's the time to take action. When you are thinking about that thing, boom, and you just step through it. And then doing the activities is not that difficult. It's making the decision and saying, yes, I'm going to do it this way. This is page 28 out of my old revised. Well, actually, this is not the revised book. It's the one with mistakes in it, but it still works. I read it. You do have a choice. Life is a series of reminders. It was definitely new to me when I heard it, when I heard that statement. The difference is in believing it, that I have a choice. Now, I began to really take notice. Even though I call this book The Ex-Gambler's Battle Gear, the contents within are a philosophy that has helped me in many, many great ways. Not just defeat gambling. Man, that sounds really great, but is it possible? I'm hearing this and it excites me, but I'm thinking, can I? Should I? Yeah, sounds good. And now it's up to me to believe that. The understanding I have about choice will lead me through the right paths, taking me to a better place of daily living. This is like a prescription helping anyone achieve the goal of total freedom over the lie that has been haunting them and even controlling them at times. Beliefs, paradigms, making you believe that there's no way out. You do have a choice. Go ahead and give yourself permission to say to yourself every day, yes, I can. Now I'm going to be ending here. I know I've gone overboard a little bit. I want to get to some of the comments. Joe says, I lost thousands before I quit. Santos helped me out a lot. Thank you for the comment. Ronnie Bassar, hi. Welcome to episode number 26. You are with, this is episode 26. Friday night, a live power hour with your host, Santos Rolon Jr., aka Soldier of Self-Mastery, Dreamer, Philosopher of Everyday Victorious Living, Agent of Transformation, soon to be a life and health and accident insurance agent. I'm putting myself through school for that. But anyways, I'm also a life coach. My friends, if you want help, if you want personal attention, if you want personalized detail, you want me to listen to what you've got going on, you want me to help you dig deep down inside yourself, you want me to be an accountability partner for you once a week, twice a week, I'm not going to tell you what to do, my friend. I'm going to help you find your goals. I'm going to help you dig inside yourself and find that vision, find that label, find that thing, whatever it may be that it is that you want, that you're struggling with, that you want to accomplish. I'm going to help you achieve that, providing that you will do the work, because it's your plan. It's your goal, right? It's what you want. I'm going to help you get what you want. And I do that through TC conversation. You got to be ready for it. I tell you, if I can do what I'm doing, you can do it also. It is a matter of decision. So I offer life coaching. If you're interested, I give, right now, I'm actually giving a 30-minute free consultation. It's a 30-minute free consultation with me via Skype, either video, phone call, or in person. We could diagnose your situation and we can see if I can help you, my friend. In fact, I know I can help you. The question that I have is the cog in the wheel, like they say. If you are ready, if you are willing to invest in yourself, because nothing's going to happen unless you make a decision to do, right? Your employer is not going to send you a check if you don't show up at work, if you don't do the things that you need to do. Correct? Food's not going to appear on the table magically unless if you're not willing to you got to have a pot to cook in. Some people don't have a pot. You got to have a pot to cook in. You got to put some ingredients in there. You got to mix it up properly. And then you can pour it into a plate and feed your body. You got to do the work, my friends. It's just the way it is. Imagine this world without police officers putting in their work. Imagine this world without firemen not putting in their work. Yeah, we have firemen, but they don't work. Right? People use coaches all the time. Basketball players, soccer players, poker players have coaches. Santos, why'd you bring that up? Cheerleaders, sports bodybuilders. I mean, just about everybody, actors, just about everybody out there. And I know some of those coaches out there are very expensive. I'll tell you, I'm affordable. My value is affordable, and I'm willing to work with anybody that is serious. A session, 2 sessions, a month, 2 months. It's your choice, whatever it is that you want. My website is at the top of the chat if you're serious about wanting to change today, starting today. And my spots are limited. I'm only opening up like 5 spots a month because I'm getting really busy, and I'm not going to be taking on more than 5. But I have other friends that can help you also if you're interested in coaching, if you're interested in taking your life. Okay, if you want results, it's not even about coaching. It's about results. If you want results, you got to be willing to take and do the activity. So I see Jesse came on board there. We're getting ready to wind down. The program is almost over, but thank you guys. Tennisville Star D. He was a great coach. Oh, somebody, Jesse, welcome to the program. And thank you for sharing that. Is that new book? What page? Well, Laura, no, this is the older book. I'm still on Kindle and Amazon. This is the older book. It's being revised. This new book is going to have a really awesome cover. Actually, I'm going to be on the cover of it, which is going to be cool. I'm going to share a picture of it. I've been working with my manufacturers that are to produce the book for me, that are supposed to be doing some work, but they're just delayed. The book was supposed to be back on the shelf this week, but it's not going to happen this week. It's probably going to happen next week. So I'm excited. It's got new material. It's revised. The reason why I took this one off the shelf is because it has mistakes in it. It's got doubles. It's just got mistakes. So, but I still read it. Still have the people that did purchase it are reading it, and they're getting something out of it. It's got some good life hacks in it. So that's why we should all invest in ourselves. Exactly. And whether, you know what, again, I'm just one person here in Stockton, California. You don't have to invest in me. And in fact, you're not investing in me, you're investing in you. You can find somebody. The thing that I find with most people is that, for myself, I invest money in I've invested thousands of dollars in myself to get to where I am today, to be honest with you. Yes, I've used YouTube, a lot of free material. I've done a lot of things, but I've also invested, well, geez, several thousands of dollars, and I'm still investing in myself. Why? Because it helps me get there faster. I get it from people that are there already, right? They're there. So I want to get the shortcuts and the life hacks from that person. I want to get his motivation, and I pay for it. That's what people do. So, if you're functional and you're working and you have the means to do that, I would encourage you, look for a coach, look for a program, look for something that's going to help you take your life to the next level. Because, my friends, 2019 is going to be another challenging year for many. And it's not going to get easier unless we work on ourselves. Think about, where will you be in 6 months? If you keep going in the same direction that you're going, and I'm going to end here, okay? Thank you all for participating in this episode. We're going to be back. We're going to be back here on Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If he knows you are serious, he will work with you and won't take your money. If he doesn't believe you, want it. Thank you for, I got a feeling I know who is there. So, Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the comments. I lost my train of thought, but here's let me finish up here. What I want to say is that, well, anyways, it's gone and over with. So with that said, let me finish with, I'm going to leave you guys. If you have a question, please ask. If you got something you want to share, we're going to wind down here. I'm already, so remember what Samir, I started out with this, Samir Banot, the Lion of Lebanon, said. That was the proverb. The higher you climb, the better you'll be able to see, my friends. Once again, thank you from the top of my heart, all of you that joined in this episode. Again, you can subscribe at soldiersofselfmastery.com. I'm going to see you on my very next episode. I got to play this little portion here before, let me see. Soldier of Self-Mastery out.